Hello teachers, learners, and parents. Sir Jeff po, at your service. Alam nyo ba na meron tayong website na tinatawag na DepEd Commons? Ang DepEd Commons ay binuo upang gawing accessible ang pagtuturo at pag-aaral dito sa ating bansa gamit lamang ang inyong mga smart devices gaya ng cellphones, tablets, at computers. Dito ay maaari nating ma-access ang iba't ibang learning materials mula sa Department of Education. Meron itong mga interactive materials, electronic self-learning modules, at instructional video lessons mula sa DepEd TV na tiyak na makatutulong sa pag-aaral ng mga mag-aaral galing ka man sa public o private school. Walang problema dahil welcome ang lahat dito. Para ito sa mga guro, magulang at mga mag-aaral mula sa kinder hanggang grade 12, alternative learning system o ALS, at pati na rin ang special education. At huwag kang mag-alala dahil kahit walang load ay maaari mong ma-access ang mga learning materials. Tama! Libre ito. Ang kailangan mo lamang gawin ay i-on ang iyong data at buksan lamang ang iyong browser at i-type ang commons.deped.gov.ph. Alam na ba ng iyong mga kasamahang guro o mag-aral ang tungkol sa DepEd Commons? I-share mo na ang video na ito upang matuto rin sila kung paano gagamitin ang DepEd Commons sa mabilis at napakadaling paraan. Muli, ito po si Sir Jeff at kita-kits po tayo sa DepEd Commons. Paalam!
Magandang araw! Sir Wilbur po, at your service. Narito ang ETULay upang gabayan ka sa inyong pag-aaral upang lubos na maunawaan ang iba't ibang paksa o subject. Ang ETULay ay isang free online tutorial class na pinangungunahan ng DepEd Educational Technology Unit sa pamumuno ni Undersecretary Elaine Del B. Pascua. Ang programang ito ay hindi lamang para sa mga bata, kundi ito rin ay magsisilbing gabay sa mga magulang at mga guro kung paano nila ituturo o gagabayan sa bawat asignatura ang kanilang mga anak o mga estudyante. Sa kasalukuyan, ang self-learning module mula sa rehiyon ng Calabarzon at kilala sa tawag na pivot ang ginagamit sa ating ETULay online class. Kaya ano pang hinihintay ninyo? Ihanda na ang inyong mga ballpen o lapis, papel o kwaderno at samahan kaming itulay ang pagkatuto para sa bawat batang Pilipino. Sama-sama tayong magtutulungan para malampasan ang mga hamon sa panahong ito. Halina't matuto kasama ang inyong online tutor sa oras na ito.
Yan. Good evening, DepEd Philippines, DepEd Edtech Unit FB page. Magandang gabi rin sa YouTube. At ako po uli ito, si Teacher Rainier. Sorry, nabubulol po. Tutor Rainier for Science 10 EM Radiation Around Us Week 5. Yan, ginabi na po tayo pero kahit gabi na ay nandito pa rin po tayo upang magbigay ng ating libreng online tutorial para sa inyo. Yan, share ko lang po yung aking screen muna. Okay po. Naka-share na ba ang aking screen? Share ko lang po ulit. Yan, good evening po sa lahat. Yan, okay na po yata. Okay, so good evening po sa ating 71 viewers from Manuel Luis Quezon High School. Yan, mga estudyante ko po. Good evening sa inyo lahat. At narito tayo ngayon sa ibang platform naman. Kung tayo po ay nag-online sa ating school, ngayon naman, gamitin naman natin ang ETULay online tutorial platform para sa ating Week 5, Science 10. So with the topic EM Radiation Around Us. So let me read lang po yung mga nandito pong viewers. Precious, Nicole Cordis, Ara Jade Quemado, Joshua Gonzalez, Carlos Miguel Galit, Sinyo, Gabriel Santos, Vic Fulion, Princess Syra Baloloy, Joel Castillo, Jenny Rose Canumay, Shaila Tabornal, Kathleen Salamera, Sak Matthew Labajo, Miles Ramilo, Jujel Mariano, Marie Leonor Teresa Flores, Brix Asoke, Jeff Martin Gumawa, Chelsea Juliana, James Dado, Advin ko basahin ko na lang din yung iba. Ang dami nating nandito ngayong gabi. Okay, so let's have ang ating online tutorial flow. So meron lang tayong basic lang na 4 steps or 4 sequences lang dito. First, let's have the looking back. So sinusunod natin kung ano yung nasa self-learning module natin na usually recommended by the Department of Education, Edtech Unit. Ang ginagamit po natin ay yung Calabarzon Region 4A na 5 and with supplementary materials po na galing sa ating individual localized schools division office po. Pwede natin siya magamit. And then for the second part, let's have the discussion proper of the week 5 and the learning tasks, and the last part, the generalization. Again, good evening po sa mga viewers natin, most especially grade 10 learners. So let's have looking back. So I want you to participate po, mga grade 10 learners. So I will be flashing some questions here sa ating screen, and then I want you to participate by typing your answer later. So first, waves in the electromagnetic spectrum include radio waves, microwaves, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet rays, X-rays, gamma rays, that they are arranged in order of, remember, decreasing wavelength and increasing energy and frequency. So I would like to reiterate this one, grade 10, na ang lahat ng EM spectrum ay naka-arrange po in order of decreasing wavelength, meaning from longest wavelength, which is the radio wave, hanggang paigsi na paigsi ang wavelength down to gamma rays. Remember that. At sa increasing energy at frequency, meaning to say, mula sa mababang energy, from radio waves, paakyat ng paakyat yung kanyang energy o mas mataas na energy and frequency papunta sa gamma rays. Okay, are you ready? Grade 10? Now, so this would be the electromagnetic spectrum. So review ko lang po kayo sa ating 7 EM waves. We have the longest wavelength among the 7, which is the radio wave, and the shortest wavelength, which is the gamma rays. Since wavelength is inversely proportional to energy and frequency, therefore, radio wave is being the longest wavelength and gamma rays having the shortest wavelength, babaliktarin natin. So radio wave this time have ang pinakamababang energy and mababa din ang frequency. Pagdating sa gamma rays, mataas ang energy, mataas din ang frequency. Again so the wavelength is inversely proportional to the frequency and energy. Dito sa second line, the wavelengths in meters, radio waves can be compared to the sizes of buildings. Microwave humans, and then honeybees, palit na paliit, pinpoint, protozoans, molecules, atoms, and atomic model. And then, for the frequency, makikita naman natin, no? Increasing siya. The frequency in hertz. Okay. Another illustration para mas maganda din. This is another illustration from this website, from non-ionizing radiation to ionizing radiation. So radio waves having the lowest energy hanggang makapunta siya sa gamma rays, tumataas na tumataas ang energy. So radio waves, microwaves, infrared radiation or IR, visible light. Kita natin meron ditong yung ating Roy G. Vive, yung 7 colors of rainbow, UV radiation, X-rays, and gamma rays. Now, as you can see on our screen, radio waves, microwave, infrared, visible light, ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma rays, para lang po ma-emphasize ulit, decreasing wavelength from left to right, increasing energy, and increasing frequency. So alam natin yung opposites, no? Yung radio wave having the longest wavelength, mababa yung energy, mababa yung frequency. And the gamma rays ay maigsi yung wavelength, pero mataas ang energy at mataas ang frequency. Okay, so let's have looking back, letter A. I want your participation, grade 10 learners. Using the figure and the concepts discussed previously, answer the following questions. Write your answers in a separate answer sheet. But this time, since nandito tayo sa ETULay online tutor, so your answers are appreciated kung ilalagay nyo yan sa ating um, chat box. Okay, let's move. Let's have question number 1. Which EM wave has the longest wavelength? Okay, kindly type your answer. Ano daw EM wave ang may pinakamahabang wavelength? So kindly type your answer. Which EM wave has the longest wavelength? So basahin ko na lang siguro yung first three na may correct answer para hindi tayo mag-overtime. So which EM wave has the longest wavelength? Kindly type your answer. Trixie Humauas, radio wave. Angeline Magtubo, radio waves. Ann Caril Arlante, radio waves. Very good. Kat Gepila, radio wave. Jeff Martin Gumawa. Number 1, maganda yan. May number, no? 1, radio wave. Okay, radio wave, yan. Okay, very good. So, again, radio wave has the longest wavelength. Let's move to question number 2. So, ayan na po yung sagot natin. Radio waves. Having said that, let's move to question 2. Which EM wave has the shortest wavelength? Anong EM wave naman ang may pinakamaigsing wavelength? So, I need to type your answer. First 3. So, again, answers are coming. James Corrado, radio waves, Josephine Castillo, Miles Ramilo, and Sheena Rodriguez. So let's move to number 2. Which EM wave has the shortest wavelength? Ayan, ang bilis nila. Si Humauas, number 2, gamma rays. Gat Gepila, gamma rays. Charmaine Didase, gamma waves. Ira Santa Maria, gamma waves. Bilis, James Dado, gamma rays. So let's check your answer kung ito ba ay tama. Gamma rays. Oh, very good. Again, don't forget that gamma rays have the shortest wavelength and longest wavelength naman ang gamma rays. Oh, sorry, radio waves. Next, move to question number 3. Which EM wave has the greatest frequency? Ayan. Sagot na natin, gamma rays. And then number 4, which EM wave has the least frequency? Lalagyan na natin yung sagot na. Let's move sa number 5 para hindi tayo mag-overtime. So which EM wave has the least frequency? So the answer is radio wave. Okay, dito tayo sa number 5. Okay, let's move sa number 5, mga grade 10 learners. So let's have question number 5. Between ultraviolet and infrared, which has greater frequency? Ano daw sa dalawa ang may mataas na frequency? Is it ultraviolet or infrared? Kindly type your answer na lagyan nyo lang 5 and then your answer para hindi mahalo sa mga previous answers. Kindly type number 5 and then your answer. Ayan, so tingnan natin. So between ultraviolet and infrared, kindly remember yung diniscuss natin kanina, no, from left to right. So lahat, in terms of frequency, lahat ng nasa right side, mataas ang frequency. So, between ultraviolet and infrared, ano ang may pinakamataas na frequency? So, tingnan natin yung mga answers. So, number 5, Ace Martos, ultraviolet. Jeff Martin Gumawa, ultraviolet. Zakea Ira, ultraviolet. Eliza May Paanod, 5, ultraviolet. Gat Kepila, ultraviolet. Shaira May Labajo, Ganyas, ultraviolet. Okay, kindly write yung number 5 para hindi mahalo sa iba, no? Trixie Humauas, 5, ultraviolet. So let's check kung ano ba yung tamang sagot dun sa number 5. Yan. The answer is ultraviolet or ultraviolet radiation. Very good, grade 10 learners. Your answers are correct. So let's move to the second part. Question 6 to 10. So now, let's move to number 6. Between X-ray and gamma ray, which has longer wavelength? Between X-ray and gamma rays, which has longer wavelength? Ayan. Sagutan natin yung number 6. Tapos mag-move tayo sa susunod na mga numbers pa. Hindi natin sasagutan lahat para may time pa tayo sa ating discussion. Okay, question number 6. I need your answers. Between X-ray and gamma rays, ano ang may mahaba o mas malawak na wavelength. So is it X-ray or gamma rays? So let's check the answers from the DepEd Edtech Unit Facebook page. So Trixie Umbawas, 6 X-ray, Aina Santa Maria X-ray, Kat Gepila X-ray, Charmaine Didase X-ray. Meron din tayo kay Sanchez, X-ray number 6, Erica Mendoza, Ticon, X-ray. Zach Matthew Labajo, X-ray. Jeff Martin Gumawa, 6 X-ray. And then the rest, X-ray. Okay, let's check. Grade 10 learners, the answer is X-ray. Okay, move tayo sa number 8. Grade 10 ha, kasi ano lang, madali na rin naman yung number 7. So, microwave yung sagot sa number 7. So, for the record, ang sagot sa 7 ay microwave with a question between radio wave and microwave, which has greater frequency? Microwave. O, move tayo. Mga anak sa grade 8. Grade 8. Number 8. Yan. Bluetooth, which is used in data transfer, falls under which part of EM spectrum? Ayan, number 8. Yung Bluetooth daw ay ginagamit natin sa pag-transfer ng data. Saan siya nagfo-fall? In which part of EM spectrum? Ayan, ito medyo tingnan natin kung makukuha ng mga bata. Yung Bluetooth na ginagamit natin sa ating cellphones and sa laptops and other gadgets, saan siya pwedeng ma-fall ng electromagnetic spectrum? Meron tayong 7, no? Radio wave ba siya? Siya ba ay magfo-fall sa microwave? Infrared ba siya? Sa visible light? Pwede ba siya sa ultraviolet? Pwede ba siya sa X-ray or sa gamma ray? Tingnan natin sa number 8. Oh, I need your answers. So make a hypothesis or wild guess sa number 8. Saan magfo-fall ang Bluetooth? Ayan. So number 6 lang yung nakikita natin, no? Sige, tingnan natin yung mga sagot natin. Giancarlo Balispi, number 8 is radio waves. Sanchez, radio waves. James Dado, radio waves. Ayan, Aina Santa Maria, radio waves. Ayan. Parang unanimous yung answers nila, no? Na radio wave. Let's check kung saan magfo-fall ang Bluetooth. Ayan, radio wave. Yan. So, kasi usually ang alam natin pag Bluetooth kala nila nagfo-fall under infrared. Pero technically, Bluetooth falls under EM spectrum because of its function kasi nagta-transfer siya ng data. Although yung infrared naman nagta-transfer din ng data pero yung mas malawak yung coverage in terms of wavelength ng Bluetooth. Okay. Next, number 9. Ito medyo madali na to. What kind of EM wave can cause sunburns and skin cancer? What kind of EM wave can cause sunburns or skin cancer? Tingnan natin sa number 9. First 3 na lang ang kunin natin na correct answer. Question 9. What kind of EM wave can cause sunburns and skin cancer? K. Absalon 9 ultraviolet. Sanchez 9 ultraviolet and Aina Santa Maria 9 ultraviolet. Ayan, very good mga anak. So yan yung mga sagot natin. Number 9, ultraviolet radiation. Okay, thank you. And let's move to question number 10. What type of EM wave can be used for basic medical diagnosis of lung problems? So kulang lang ng question mark. What type of EM wave can be used for basic medical diagnosis of lung problems? Ayan, di ba usually kapag number 10 ginagawa natin to when we applying jobs, kailangan nating mag-apply ng trabaho. Isa sa mga medical requirements ito na mag-undergo tayo sa ganitong klaseng requirement na para ma-check yung ating lungs natin kung healthy ba siya or fit to work. So let's have answers from FB page of DepEd Edtech Unit. Meron tayong mga answers. Kat Gepila, number 10, X-ray. Let's have Ira Santa Maria, 10 X-ray. Joel Castillo, 10 X-ray. Mark Teo Vincent Agbayani, 10 X-ray. Sanchez, 10 X-ray. Sinyo, 10 X-ray. Galit, 10 X-ray. And the rest, 10 X-ray. Very good. Yan. So, check natin kung X-ray nga ba yung ginagamit na EM wave na para sa basic medical diagnosis of lung problems. Okay, X-ray. Very good. Grade 10 learners for answering our looking back part A. So, meron pa naman itong part B pero lahat ng iba dito ay hindi na natin po sasagutan. So, mag-move na lang po tayo. Pili tayo ng question number 4. Tignan natin tong question number 4. So, again, sterilization and fluorescence, ultraviolet po yun. Medical use and engineering applications, X-ray. Remember, X-rays have two types, no? Meron tayong hard X-rays and meron tayong soft X-ray. Yung hard X-rays ay para sa engineering applications at yung mga soft X-rays naman para sa medical use. For medical treatment, like cancer, cancer treatments, gamma rays ang ginagamit. Now, let's move to number 4. What EM wave ang ginagamit para sa artificial lighting, optical fibers in medical uses? Saang EM wave ang gumagamit ng artificial lighting? Nandun na yung word, no? Artificial lighting, optical fibers, and medical uses. I need your answer for number 4. So, kindly answer. Artificial lighting and optical fibers in medical uses. Number 4. Anong EM wave? So, syempre hindi na pwedeng sagot yung extra answers dito na ultraviolet, X-rays, and gamma rays. Tingnan natin. Number 4. Sheila Gepiga, 4. Visible light. Tingnan natin. Jeff Martin Gumawa, 4. Visible light. James Dado, visible light. Mercine Sinyo, visible light. Humawas, visible light. Yan. Okay, check natin if visible light is the correct answer. Ayan. Thank you and very good po sa mga sumagot ng visible light, grade 10 learners. Ayan. At naintindihan natin yung last week modules natin. Okay, let's have number 5. 5 na lang sasagutan natin and then move na tayo. Remote control and household electrical appliances. Remote control and household electrical appliances. Anong ginagamit dyan na electromagnetic wave? Remote control, di ba? Usually kapag nag-open tayo ng ating TV, nag-open tayo using remote control, merong part doon sa unahan na hindi natin napapansin at yun yung nag-trigger para mag-on yung ating TV. So, happy watching kay Christine Cyril Burgos, Jonathan Pelaez. Ayan, so may mga answers na. Maria Rachel Apostol, 5, infrared. Sheila Gepiga, 5, infrared. Mary Joy Cabasal, 5, infrared. James Corrado, 5, infrared. Okay. So, may mga sagot sa pagdating sa infrared hanggang sa dulo. So, check natin. So, remote control, household electrical appliances. The correct answer is infrared. Okay, very good sa mga sumagot ng number 5, infrared. Ayan, may sumasagot pa ng infrared sa dulo. Okay, so let's reveal the answer for the 2 remaining electromagnetic wave. Tignan natin tong number 6, satellite television communication. So, kasi it's either mamili tayo dito between dalawa na lang, radio wave or microwave. But take this information that satellite television has something to do with yung mga malayuan pong coverage. Although somehow pagdating sa radio and television communication, parang nag-overlap ng dalawang to. Pero meron tayong tinatawag na satellite television na may kinalaman po sa mga cable television na gumagamit po nito. So hindi na natin babanggitin yung mga yung mga brands na yon. So merong itong EM wave application na gumagamit ng satellite television, which is the microwave. And of course, the last answer, radio and television communication, ang gumagamit niyan ang electromagnetic wave na radio wave. Again, so these are the 7 electrowave natin na matatagpuan sa spectrum natin with specific applications. Thank you for your participation. Let's move to our second part, which is the topic already. Now, so sa week 5, so since we are done with week 4, yung mga particular na applications of electromagnetic waves, now let's move to the ionization processes. So yung mga tinatawag natin na non-ionizing radiation at yung non-ionizing radiation. Now, paano ba natin malalaman kung ang isang electromagnetic wave ay non-ionizing or the other way around? So, sa non-ionizing radiation, so based from this figure, so makikita natin yung mga applications niyan with something to do with radio wave, microwave, infrared, and visible light. The first four electromagnetic wave from the left of the electromagnetic spectrum, they are all considered as non-ionizing electromagnetic wave. So non-ionizing. So mag-start sa radio wave, microwave, infrared, and visible light. Now, kung makikita natin dito sa screen, sa ating right side ng screen, so merong telephone, etong may mga tower para sa ating electricity, and somehow ginagamit na rin ito para sa ating data and communication. So dito sa visible light, yung ating rainbow, ayan, may mga ano tayo dito, no? Lighting dito, for visible light din yan. Ayan, for communication, this one, ito po, para sa infrared, kapag yung mga wireless communication, ito, visible light. Ayan. Now, these EM waves are of low energy level and are not known to cause harmful effects to living organisms. So, good news yan, no? Because of this EM waves, ay hindi ito nagkukos ng harmful effects sa ating katawan, specifically sa ating mga internal organs. And, of course, sa mga living organisms, pwede sa mga humans, other form of animals, at iba pa. And, syempre, plants. So, these EM waves ay may mababang energy level. Kasi kung titignan natin yung ating spectrum kanina, di ba? On the left side, grade 10 learners, no? So first, we have the microwave, radio wave, microwave, mayroon din tayong infrared and visible light. Lahat yan ay may low energy level. Kasi kanilang wavelength mataas. Because energy and wavelength are what we call inversely proportional to each other. So kapag mababa ang energy level, mataas ang wavelength. So kapag mababa ang energy level, so hindi ito magkukos ng harmful effects sa ating katawan, specifically humans. And this electromagnetic wave radiation from microwave ovens, Global Positioning System or GPS, alam niyo ba yon, yung ating na-discuss na rin natin, tong Global Positioning System, meron din sa cellphone, television stations, FM and radio, ay gumagamit ng non-ionizing radiation. Pero syempre, may binibigay na mga advices from the doctors sa atin na syempre kapag medyo mas exposed tayo ng maraming exposure, syempre hindi na rin maganda yan. Kaya dapat na-expose tayo with this type of wave radiation in moderation. When we say moderation, grade 10, dapat hindi masyadong longer yung exposure natin sa mga ganitong exposure. Dapat, kung baga, pwede nating iwasan kung kakayanin natin. Okay, let's move. Computers and other gadgets are all examples of non-ionizing radiation. Nakakaano ba yan? Good news ba yan, mga grade 10? Kasi usually grade 10 learners, no, medyo hook na tayo talaga sa computers and gadgets kasi syempre ito yung ginagamit natin for online classes natin. So binigyan tayo ng mga gadgets o kaya computers ng ating mga parents at ng LGU natin para magamit natin for our online class. And syempre, sabi ko nga, wag natin masyadong abusuin ng ating katawan for exposing ourselves in this type of radiation ng matagal. Sana meron din tayong mga specific hours. Sabi nga ng World Health Organization, di ba? 4 hours lang po ang pwedeng ibigay sa atin yung sa age age range natin. Kasi 2 hours ang ating para sa umaga, 2 hours lang din sa hapon. Yung ating sa mata, kailangan hindi masyado tayong babad sa computer kasi masisira yung ating eyes kapag medyo exposed tayo sa computer and gadget. Okay. Now, let's move naman sa pangalawa. Ito na yung medyo hindi naman bad news pero kailangan quite alarming kasi this type of radiation, lalayo na tayo doon sa last 3 natin na electromagnetic wave, which are, yung mga, paki-type nga dito, grade 10 learners, ano yung last 3 na naiiwan na electrowave natin, na electromagnetic wave? Ano yung last 3? Gusto ko yung sunod-sunod ha, yung last 3. Yung pang 5, pang 6 at pang 7. Kindly type your answer. Ano yung last 3 na ionizing radiation, electromagnetic wave? Tingnan natin sa ating answers. Okay, good evening sa ating 76 viewers. Ayan, so thank you for watching pa rin kahit gabi na. Ayan, pagkatapos ito, dinner na tayo. Pero syempre, bago tayo mag-dinner, pakainin din natin ang ating mga brains. Syempre, di ba? Mas magandang mas matuto tayo. Now, tingnan natin, Trixie Humawas, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. Chelsea Juliana, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. Ayan. So, yan yung mga last 3 electromagnetic waves na may matataas na energy at frequency. So, sino pa yung mga nag-answer dito? Zach Labajo, ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. Ayan, very good. James Dado, gamma rays, ultraviolet. Ayan, X-rays. Ayan. So, kay Dado, dapat unahin muna natin yung X-ray. Dapat ultraviolet muna, X-ray, tsaka gamma rays. Yan. Ultraviolet, X-ray, gamma rays. Pero okay din naman, James, yung sagot mo. Okay. The last 3 electromagnetic waves in the spectrum na may matataas na energy level, ayan, ang ating UV radiation or ultraviolet, X-ray, and gamma rays. Makita natin dito, no, ayan, sa screen natin, ayan. Ionization is a process by which an atom or molecule acquires a negative or positive charge by gaining or losing electrons, often in conjunction with other chemical changes. Ayan, medyo technical. Gawin lang nating simple, grade 10. When say ionization, this is a technical process in which anong nangyayari? Nung grade 9 natin na pag-aralan natin na ang mga elements ay nahati sa tatlo, 'di ba? Meron tayong metal, meron tayong non-metal, at meron tayong metalloids. So, among the three, yung metals, sila yung naglo-lose ng electron. Ito yung nasa left side ng periodic table, tama? At yung mga non-metals ang nasa right side ng ating periodic table. Sila naman yung nag-gain ng electron. So, scientifically, kapag ang isang element ay nag-lose ng electron, syempre, magbabago yung charge niya. So, hindi na siya ganun charge na kasi magiging ionized na siya. So, magiging ano na siya, ion. So, kapag ang isang metal ay nag-lose ng electron, magiging cation na siya. Positively charged ion na siya. Okay? So, nagbago na yung kanyang sistema. Now, sa mga non-metals naman on the right side of the periodic table, siya naman ay nag-gain ng electron. So, pag nag-gain ng electron, ibig sabihin, magiging negatively charged naman siya. Ang tawag natin doon ay anions. So, again, etong proseso na to ay magiging tinatawag nating ionization in conjunction with other chemical changes. Siyempre, kailangan may chemical changes na suporta nito para masabi natin talaga siya na ionization. Now, ito yung magiging ano natin, information. Ionization radiation causes changes in the structure of atoms and molecules by ionization. So that's why ionization radiation can cause damage to living atoms or molecules. Yan, ito na dito papasok yung sinasabi natin quite alarming. Since nagkakaroon ng ionizing radiation na maaring mag-cause ng damage sa living atoms or molecules natin, pwede itong mag-cause ng bad effects sa ating katawan. So specifically, sa mga changes natin sa structure ng ating DNA, yung deoxyribonucleic acid na discuss kanina sa grade 9, dito naman sa mga living organisms. Kaya, kumbaga kung kanina sa non-ionizing radiation, okay pa. Pero hindi dapat lagi kasi merong tong mga limits. Pero dito naman sa ionizing radiation or ionization radiation, ito ay medyo nakaka-alarma na itong tatlo na to, the ultraviolet radiation, we also have the X-rays and the gamma rays. Okay, so may mga viewers pa tayo, no, na nandito. Ayan. Thank you for watching. Ayan. So let's have learning task. So before we move on to learning task, now, maliwanag na ba sa atin na yung dalawang processes, which is the ionizing at yung ionizing, ay meron tong specific talaga na mga effects. pwedeng sabihin nating effects, may be good effect or bad effect. So syempre, itong mga effects na to has something to do with electromagnetic wave. Yung first four na sinabi natin kanina, yung radio wave, meron din po tayong microwave, infrared, and visible light. Lahat sila pasok sa non-ionizing radiation. At yung last three natin, no, yung gamma rays, yung pinakadulo, we have the X-ray and the ultraviolet, lahat pasok sila sa ionizing radiation. Okay. Now, ito yung learning task number 1. So, electromagnetic radiation, babasahin lang natin ng mabilis yung ano, kasi ano na, time na tayo, no? So, basahin lang natin ng mabilis yung article from Pivot week 5. All living tissues have magnetic properties that are affected to some extent by the existence of electromagnetic radiation in the environment. Therefore, all living creatures, including plants, microbes, animals, and humans, are environmental indicators of exposure to electromagnetic radiation. Radiation is the process through which energy travels in the form of waves or particles through space or some other medium. Electromagnetic radiation is the propagation of waves that have an electric and magnetic field component. Biological cell proliferation and differentiation can be affected by both AC and DC magnetic fields. Radio frequency and microwave wavelengths can be made to carry information via amplitude, frequency, and phase modulation, such as data from television, mobile phones, wireless networking, and amateur radio. Chromosomal damage is a mechanism relevant to causation of birth defects and cancer. Long-term continuous or daily repeated EMF exposure has been found to induce cellular stress responses at non-thermal power levels that lead to an accumulation of DNA errors. Comparative studies in animals that rely on electromagnetic orientation provide invaluable information, and the effects of electromagnetic radiation on plants and animal life include and the diminished radial growth of pine trees, lowered density of bird species and mammals such as storks, sparrows, and bats, effects on bees, effect on magnetic base homing mechanisms of birds, and many other effects. Plants and animals can be monitored as environmental indicators to assess the effects of electromagnetic radiation. This is adapted from Environmental Indicators by Yael Stein and Osmo from year 2014. Ayan. So question natin, can living things serve as indicator of exposure to electromagnetic radiation? Kindly type your answer na lang, bilisan na lang natin. Ang mga living things ba ay maaaring maging indicator ng exposure ng mga electromagnetic radiation? Kindly type your answer sa number 1. Ang mga living things ba, katulad ng humans, plants, and animals, pwede bang maging indicator as we read dun sa ating article kanina? Learning task number 1. Pwede ba tayong maging indicator na exposure ng electromagnetic radiation? So let me read some answers from the Facebook page. Meron bang, pwede ba tayo, is it yes or no? Pwede bang maging indicator tayo ng exposure? Ayan, so parang ano na, ano na. Sige. So the answer is yes, definitely. Kasi nabanggit kanina sa ating ano no, sa ating pagbasa ng, pasensya na medyo binilisan ko na lang yung pagbasa. So nag-i-indicate talaga ang mga living things ng exposure. So kung nagbabago ng physical attribute no at nagkakaroon ng somehow no distortion sa mga surfaces ng plants, nag-i-indicate ito na merong something na na-expose tayo sa electromagnetic radiation. So, explain the process of electromagnetic radiation. Yan, yung kanina nabanggit. Itong electromagnetic radiation, kapag na-observe ng katawan ng isang living organism, so kapag ionizing radiation, nagkukos ito ng damage sa ating cells. Specifically sa ating DNA. At nagkukos ito talaga ng great change sa katawan natin. Based on the article, what are some advantages that can be given by radio frequency and microwave? So, babalikan natin yung article, may mga effects naman ito na good. So, magagamit itong klaseng radiation na to, syempre, sa ating television, mobile phones, wireless networking, and amateur radio. Ito yung nasa first paragraph ng slide na to. Nagagamit sa radio frequency and microwave wavelengths. How about the disadvantage or negative effects of EM radiation? Cite some example. Yan, yung example kanina, yung long-term, continuous, or daily repeated EMF exposure, nagkakaroon daw ito ng accumulation of DNA errors. Yan. Ito ang medyo kakaiba at alarma kasi maaaring mag-mutate yung ating DNA at medyo mag-cause ito ng abnormality sa ating katawan. Kaya minsan meron tayong anong mga nagkakaroon ng birth defects kasi exposed sila sa mga radiation. How about question number 5? As a conclusion, explain either EM radiation is beneficial or harmful. Support your idea. On my part, pwede nating sabihin talaga that EM radiation is both beneficial or harmful. So, hindi naman siya sa side palagi ng harmful. Meron din itong good effects. Kaya kailangan natin timbangin kung paano natin gagamitin yung electromagnetic wave radiation sa maayos na paraan. Ayan. Ito, number 1, true or false na tayo. Overexposure to certain types of electromagnetic radiation can be harmful. Siyempre, the answer is true. Gamma rays also damage cells, causing mutations which lead to cancer and cell death. That's true. Number 3, ultraviolet radiation is found naturally in sunlight. That's true. Number 4, X-rays can't damage cells in the body. False. And then number 5, microwave radiation is absorbed by water molecules, so it can be used for cooking. So the answer is true. Ayan, that's learning task number 3. So, grade 10 learners, for week 6, we will be studying the qualitative characteristics of mirrors. Ano yun? Orientation, type, and magnification of images formed by mirrors. Ayan. So again, maraming salamat po, grade 10 learners, sa mga nanood ngayong gabi at nag-aral po tayo ng ating week 5 SLM. Maraming salamat po and God bless us all. Thank you very much for watching. Maraming salamat and see you next week.
Sigurado ako na marami ka na namang natutuhan sa ating ETULay tutorial session ngayong araw. Tandaan, ito ay hindi lamang para sa ating mga mag-aaral, kundi pati rin sa ating mga minamahal na guro at mga magulang na kaagapay natin para maituloy ang pagkatuto sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya. Patuloy ding sumubaybay sa DepEd TV para sa mga araling ginawang video episodes. Mapapanood ito mula Lunes hanggang Sabado, alas 7 ng umaga hanggang alas 7 ng gabi sa inyong mga telebisyon. Abangan bukas mula 1:00 ng tanghali ang iba pang aralin sa ating ETULay free online tutorial session sa English. I-like and subscribe at manatiling nakasubaybay sa ating ETULay tutorial session sa DepEd Edtech Unit FB page at Educational Technology Unit channel sa YouTube at sa DepEd Tayo at DepEd Philippines social media accounts. Paalam!